Did you know that when you get your real estate license, they don't actually teach you how to sell real estate? It's crazy, right? A lot of people assume that real estate school is going to teach you how to price a home, do a CMA, how to market a property, how to negotiate offers or create listings, attract buyers, but it doesn't. Real estate school teaches you specifically how to stay out of trouble, which is crazy considering our entire industry got sued a couple of years ago. But you learn fair housing laws, agency agreements to an extent, contracts a little bit, ethics, advertising compliance, which is a big one. And that's why you see all of our social media marketing pieces have brokerage names, hashtags, things like that. But it's all about making sure that we are following the rules and protecting our consumers and protecting ourselves as agents in the real estate industry, which is incredibly important. Don't get me wrong. But nobody hands you a blueprint for running a listing appointment or running a business for that matter. Nobody teaches you what buyers are actually looking for online. Nobody teaches you how to write a listing description that gets people off the couch and into a tour of that home. These skills are going to come from experience, a little bit of teaching from your brokerage, but a lot of trial and error. There's something interesting that I found. According to the National Association of Realtors, 85% of buyers say listing photos are the single most important part of evaluating a home online, which I think we can all agree on. And Zillow also reports that most buyers, the photos are the only thing that they're looking at because it's the first impression, and it's often the determining factor on whether or not they step foot in that home. Here's where it gets weird. Despite that stat that says everybody wants professional photos and clear photos, only 35% of agents are consistently using professional real estate photographers. It's mind-blowing. Think about it. The single most important marketing asset for the biggest financial transaction in somebody's life, and only 35% of the industry is leveraging professional photography. It's not like it costs tens of thousands of dollars. It's pennies in the grand scheme of things. So the listing description, that's a close second. It's not as influential as the photos because most buyers are going to look at the pictures first and make a decision off that. But the description is what answers the questions that the photos can't. Why is this home special? Why is this area special? What makes the neighborhood different? Why is the home priced the way it is? What lifestyle is this going to offer me and my family? A great description doesn't just describe the specs of the home, it gives buyers confidence that they're looking at the right one. I've always been fascinated by consumer behavior and the consumer psychology and marketing, so I started asking myself some questions. Can we actually measure the quality of a listing before it goes live? So what did I do? I built an AI-powered grading system. Of course I did. And it evaluates everything from the photography and photo sequencing to the listing description, emotional appeal, clarity, detail, missing information, and overall presentation. Then it scores the listing on a scale from 0 to 100 based on how effectively it's going to compete on the digital marketplace, social media, public websites, independent internet websites, everything. So out of curiosity, I wanted to see how this thing actually performed on my early listings in my career. So I took my first 5 listings and I ran them through my system. They sucked. They scored between 20 and 40. And at the time, I thought they were really great. I thought they presented very well. They didn't. Looking back, they sucked. So now, after years of experience and hundreds of conversations and hours spent just researching the market and buyer behaviors, and now leveraging AI as a second set of eyes, my listings are scoring between 90 and I haven't hit 100 yet, but we're getting there. And this is before they hit the market. Does this guarantee a sale? Of course not. Pricing matters, the condition still matters, the location still matters, but presentation online absolutely matters the most. Maybe not the most. The house itself is obviously going to matter, but people have to go look at it. They want to go look at it in person. Now, this tool isn't about replacing myself or replacing real estate agents, but it's about helping us as real estate professionals become better marketers, protect our industry, become better communicators, become local experts, and better advocates for our clients. Because at the end of the day, our job is that we have fiduciary responsibility to support our clients in every way that we possibly can in a legal and ethical way. So it helps make sure every seller gets my very best work before their home is even introduced to the general public. And it gives me a way to help newer agents, even experienced agents that want another set of eyes, improve their listings before they go live. It's a lot of pressure. Real estate's not about putting a yard sign out there or even throwing the home on the MLS. There's so much more that goes into it. It's about understanding consumer behavior, understanding marketing, understanding the buyer psychology. And today, it's knowing how to leverage technology to better serve the people who are trusting us with the biggest financial decision that they're ever going to go through in their entire life. It's fun stuff. This is where real estate gets really fun because there's a lot of different ways to look at it. And if we're strictly transactional, how do I get more clients? How do I sell homes faster? How do I get more clients? How do I sell homes faster? If we're in that constant routine, that's where burnout happens because it's not fun. This is where I like real estate because we get to think creatively. We get to refine our craft every day, learn new things about the industry, and develop systems and tools to help better our relationships with our potential clients and with our clients. It's cool stuff. If you want to see the tool in action, just let me know.